Have you ever seen a footballer who doesn't run on the pitch? Meet a man who refused to do so. While his football teammates speedily scrambled for the ball, this striker broke the rules and just waited. Yeah, you heard that right. Dimitar Berbatov waited for the ball to come to him. And if you're thinking right now, isn't that the perfect recipe for failure? Prepare to be blown away. Although Berbatov refused to run, he outran all his opponents on the score sheet. In this video, we'll show you how the legend Dimitar Berbatov broke the rules of football and still scored his way to the top. Join us as we unveil the story of this iconic striker, the story behind his revolutionary moves, and how he managed to survive the toughest of teams with his strange playing technique. Get ready to be immersed in the world of one of the greatest scorers to ever grace the pitch. But before he became this legend that we all know now, where did this football outlier even come from? Well, let's rewind to Berbatov's childhood days. While his mates busied themselves with varying hobbies, Berbatov had his eyes on the ball. So in their little backyard back in Bulgaria, he practiced all day long. But here's an interesting fact. Berbatov had no football, yet not even a football. Still, this didn't deter his passion for the game. He improvised with a pumped-up pig's bladder, or a basketball. But hey, let's be honest, when you need to make do, you make do, okay? And yeah, that pig's bladder really helped him improve. Imagine a kid throwing a water-filled pig's bladder high in the sky and kicking it over and over again against a wall. This was Dimitar Berbatov in his younger days, building the skills that would later shoot him to fame. However, his motivation ran deeper than just developing an interest in the sport. His father, Ivan Berbatov, was a former footballer who made the ranks in his days playing for the local team, Pirin, and CSKA Sofia, while his mother, Margarita Berbatov, played handball in her days. While both parents had already retired to face other businesses, there's no denying that the athletic spirit passed on to their son. But a blend of passion and athletic genius didn't do the trick for Dimitar Berbatov. He needed inspiration of some sort, and he got it when he watched Marco van Basten and Alan Shearer play. In no time, these two football icons became his guiding light. He loved Shearer for his ridiculous ability to put a ball in the net, and yeah, we all know what that's like, right? And he loved Marco van Basten for how he made football enticing to watch. Blending both sides, Berbatov aimed to become a player who would not just break records with his goal-scoring abilities, but would wow his audience with a beautiful and unique playing style. But where exactly would his career truly kick off? Well, enter Pirin, Berbatov's hometown club. In this team, Berbatov's talent shined too bright to resist, and he was brought on board. In no time, Berbatov was blazing 77 goals for their reserve team in just 92 appearances, which is already pretty wild. But where he really made his debut was when he signed a professional contract with his father's former club, CSKA Sofia, after being spotted by the club scout and manager Dimitar Berbatov in 1998. And maybe the guy just liked his name, but who knows? Afterward, the 98-99 season had him winning the Bulgarian Cup with CSKA. By the next year, Berbatov's name began to make waves. Here was a 19-year-old who was defeating some of the best players in Europe, and even climbing the ladder to score 5 goals in one game in a UEFA Cup first qualifying round against FC Tiraspol. Berbatov became the only CSKA Sofia player to achieve that feat in a single game in the European tournaments. And you're probably not going to be surprised by this next part, right? With his praise on the lips of any aware football lover, he was already making waves, okay? It wasn't long before Bayer Leverkusen came for him, offering to pay 1.3 million euros for a 4-year contract in 2001. And this guy went from kicking around a pig's bladder to making over €1 million. Let that sink in, okay? That is a huge change. It is massive. And you can obviously guess that Leverkusen was more than pleased with Berbatov's signing. Over his last 2 seasons with the team and 5 times in the 2004-05 Champions League, the Bulgarian netted 46 goals in the league. His style of playing made him a good deal for both a striker and a forward. as he was equipped to be an all-round attacker. Little wonder how Tottenham Hotspur caught the whiff of this talented player not long after, offering Bayer Leverkusen the fee of 16 million euros for Berbatov's transfer in May 2006. Dimitar Berbatov became the most expensive Bulgarian football player ever. So yeah, again, from pig bladder to 16 million euros. That is mind-blowing. Just think about that. That is insane. With that amount of money, don't just buy the pig bladder, buy the entire pig farm. With Tottenham, Berbatov scored his first FA Cup goals after coming in as a second-half substitute. In a 4-0 win against Fulham, he netted 2 of the 4 goals that ushered his team forward in the league. As a reward, Berbatov was named joint winner of the Premier League Player of the Month award for April 2007, alongside Spurs teammate Robbie Keane. The 2006-07 season saw Berbatov closing with 12 goals and 33 appearances in the Premier League, a place in the PFA Premier League Team of the Year, and the Tottenham Hotspur Player of the Season award. How magnificent is that? But that's only the tip of the iceberg when you're talking about this icon. As well as scoring a Premier League hat trick and taking Tottenham to the finals in 2008, the real turning point of Berbatov's career was cooking underground. And the food was ready by 2008. Let's talk about it. With a staggering transfer fee of £30.75 million, Berbatov signed a 4-year contract to move to Manchester United. A move that defined his football career in no small way. As it usually does, right? Although it was rumored that Tottenham had also accepted a bid from Manchester City, later events would prove that this debate was the least of Berbatov's worries. The star had been transferred to a new promising club, and as one would expect, this was Berbatov's chance to shine even brighter. However, that wasn't actually the case. For once in his life, Berbatov was faced with a dilemma he hadn't experienced with his other clubs. At Manchester United, he was having trouble fitting in. Pitted alongside the winning trio of Cristiano Ronaldo, Rooney and Tevez, Berbatov's playing style was a stark contrast to the physically exerting force with which United played. But it seemed that it was for this reason that Sir Alex Ferguson signed him in the first place, to be the yin to their yang. Although this was a difficult goal that had fans interpreting his playing style as laziness, Berbatov managed to prove his worth differently. As usual, he didn't run as much as his teammates, but when he did move, it was with purpose. While other players expended their energy in a few minutes, Berbatov had the supreme skill of making things happen with minimal effort. Although he struggled to make an impact during the 2009-2010 season, Berbatov did wonders in the following season. He scored 20 goals and provided 4 astonishing assists. And that wasn't all. Berbatov also went on to secure the Premier League Golden Boot. But let's be real, okay? If you're talking about a move that left the United team in awe and fans in pleasant disarray, you're talking about the time when Dimitar Berbatov scored an unforgettable hat trick against Liverpool, netting the ball with an unforgettable overhead kick. If you saw that, you still remember it. What began as criticisms about his playing style eventually led to Berbatov helping United secure 2 Premier League titles and many personal awards. Compared to other strikers in his time, Berbatov was a goal-scoring machine who knew how to blend art with efficiency, and he did all this with his unique playing technique. Now, you may be wondering, what exactly was Berbatov's playing technique? Well, in his own words, "I'm a relaxed guy. I play that way and I can't change my style. I watch games and see guys who panic on the ball. They look so nervous. I can be calm because I sometimes know what I want to do before the ball comes to me." Long story short, when players frantically rush for the ball, Berbatov lets the ball come to him. And when the ball did come, he did wonders with it. A coach even confirmed, everything he plucked out of the sky seemed to die on his toe. Built from years of practicing with his ball and a wall technique, Berbatov showed immense technical ability, ball control, and composure throughout his career. Add these qualities to his physical stature and goal-scoring ability, and you have a player the world never gets tired of watching. In the later years of his career, Berbatov played for Fulham, Monaco, Greek club PAOK, and even Kerala Blasters. This was before he decided to hang his boots on the 19th of September, 2019. A day that, for a lot of football fans, was kinda sad. But before he did that, the world confirmed one thing. Berbatov was no regular player. Despite attracting criticism about his relaxed playing style, he still managed to wow his audience with inarguable efficiency. This is the story of Dimitar Berbatov, the man who played football on his own terms and was still successful at it. Did you enjoy this deep dive? If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel to get more intriguing content about football and football stars. Also, what do you think about Berbatov's playing style? Tell us right now in the comments. Till next time, keep watching football with new eyes.